Good afternoon and welcome to the Ambassadors of Polish Innovations Awards Gala. My name is Iga Kurowska and I have the pleasure of presenting you the winners of this year's edition. Not only will we speak with the winners, but also we will have a chance to chat about their achievements and the whole past year. Before that, let me walk you through the selection process. The Ambassadors of Polish Innovation Award appreciates extraordinary individuals who promote the image of Poland and innovation and technology across the globe. Firstly, the general public selects the candidates. They suggest them. Then, the jury selects the top 10. It is composed of the Plugin Foundation as well as its partners. Out of the top 10, we select the top 3. This time, the jury is composed of the past API winners. This year is special, and not only because 2020 was a very special year to all of us. For the first time, we will be recognizing a promising young individual who promotes through its actions the image of Poland in the area of technology and innovation. This recognition, the Ambassador of Polish Innovation Rising Star Award, is given together with our partners. The incredible inspirations powered by Sebastian Kulczyk. Jarosław Sroka, the coordinator of the mentorship program The Incredibles, is here with us today to speak about this collaboration, this recognition, and to announce the winner. Jarosław, over to you.
Dziękuję, Iga. W imieniu Sebastiana Kulczyka bardzo serdecznie dziękujemy za zaproszenie do tego projektu. Od kilku lat naszą misją i wielką frajdą jest wspieranie młodych ludzi, którym się bardziej chce. Organizujemy dla nich rozliczne sesje mentoringowe, warsztaty, konferencje, dzielimy się wiedzą, kontaktami oraz doświadczeniem. I sprawia nam to wielką przyjemność, tym bardziej, że z tym akurat projektem mamy tak wiele wspólnych zbiorów i tylu wspólnych przyjaciół. Szanowni Państwo, mam wielką przyjemność ogłosić wszem i wobec, że zwyciężczynią API Rising Star Awards jest Zosia Kierner. Gratulacje.
Good evening, everyone. I am so honored to virtually be here with you tonight. My name is Zofia Kierner. I am 18 years old and the founder of Girls Future Ready Foundation. My mission is to help girls from Poland be prepared for global challenges. One of my dreams and goals is to see more young women from Poland be recognized internationally for their success. I developed a few key pillars that follow with this mission, including English language skills, public speaking and argumentation skills, confidence, and a global mindset that are all executed through our 5 key programs impacting thousands of girls annually. I was born in Poland, but I've lived in multiple places around the world, so I proudly call myself a global citizen. However, my heart is still in Poland, and I want the people and landmarks of Poland to be spoken about only in the best light possible. I believe there is so much talent and potential in Poland, and it is necessary to showcase it on a global scale, which is what I try to do through Girls Future Ready. Thank you so much, and let's be in touch.
Thank you to incredible inspirations and sincere congratulations to Zosia for all her accomplishments for the last year. And now, let's meet the top 10 of the Ambassadors of Polish Innovation Awards of 2021. They are all very accomplished people and have been promoting the image of Poland in the scope of innovation and technology all over the world. Who will this trophy go to? Dear all, the nominees of the Ambassadors of Polish Innovation Awards of 2021 are
Paul and Dan Bragil for creating Smok Ventures, a VC fund appreciated by leading Polish technology entrepreneurs and completing 12 investments in Poland last year. Rafał Brzoska for the gigantic success of InPost in recent years and a new 5-year cooperation with Amazon which shook the Polish e-commerce market. Marcin Budkowski for profound changes in the culture and organization of the Renault F1 team which brought greater efficiency and higher business performance. Michał Ciepliński for creating and leading Pipe, the fastest growing company in the fintech sector in 2020, including recognition by Legal 500 GC Powerlist 2019 as one of the best lawyers in the finance and IT sector in the United States. Stanisław Jastrzębski for creating advances and extremely futuristic solutions at health tech using machine learning and artificial intelligence methods. Rafał Modrzewski for proudly representing Poland in the race to space and for the rapid development of ICEYE, a startup that recently received $87 million in funding. Patrycja Strzelecka for a series of entrepreneurial successes, as well as for the creation of Cash Director, a thriving company in the fintech sector, which was born through participation in Barclays Techstar Accelerator and PwC Race Accelerator. Zbigniew Woźnowski for creating and leading Reality Games, which builds games based on big data and provides them to 10 million players worldwide. Agata Zborowska for strong leadership in the fight for gender equality and for shaping long-term change in the transport sector. Her venture, the Conception X program, helps make those dreams come true.
It's time to announce the winners. The first ambassador of Polish Innovation of 2021 is Rafał Modrzewski, the co-founder and the CEO of ICEYE. Congratulations! Let's connect with Rafał. Hello Rafał, and congratulations, and thanks a lot for connecting with us. Undoubtedly, 2020 was a special year, yet one of the biggest accomplishments of ICEYE was closing a round of $87 million. How was it different from previous experiences? Is the space concerned by literally down-to-earth global pandemic?
Right, so thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for the ability to speak here. It was quite an unusual year indeed, and it was an unusual one for everyone. You know, whether the round was different as such, I think there were things that were different cost of its size. You know, it was 3 times larger than any previous round that we have raised, and of course we were raising it during a year that was somewhat unusual as well, as we all know. I don't think the space community as such was concerned with the pandemic itself, but we've all observed that the pandemic had a major impact on the financial markets all around the world. And those financial markets have shown the increased levels of volatility and uncertainty. And that always impacts the ability to raise financing. So it took us longer. This particular round took longer than any previous one, but you know, I think that even in the times of highest volatility and uncertainty, there's always investors that want to make their return, which means that as long as the story holds, they are going to be keen on investing. So that's the strategy that we assumed, and it seemed to be sensible, and it worked at the end of the day. So it was a little bit different. It was definitely longer, and it required more preparation. But from the fundamental level, it was very similar.
You said uncertainty, and I think that we all agree that uncertainty is the key word of 2020. Yet the investors, they seek certainty and the confirmation of the return on investment. Yet you managed to convince them. Could you please share how you were able to predict and back your predictions?
Right. So, you know, I think among the investors and generally within the investment as well as startup community, there's almost a saying that companies with strong fundamentals and reliable business plans will be able to raise money regardless of the time of year or time of the business cycle. and this definitely has proven to be true. I think what we see is rather certain companies being able to raise money due to the business cycle being on an upward trend, rather than generally being good companies. Now, with ICEYE, we've always struggled to make sure with ICEYE is that this is a long-term story. ICEYE has always been a long-term investment. Partially because we are a hardware-based company, we actually build hardware in order to support our long-term data/software business, but also just because the opportunity over here is so big that there is substantial growth that needs to be achieved prior to us being able to capture that opportunity. So over the series of rounds of financing that we've accomplished, we've always been setting up ICEYE as a long-term, relatively stable investment opportunity. That doesn't mean low returns, but it means that there is a certain different style of investor that wishes to go into it. And what we see is that during the times of uncertainty or volatility, there's actually significantly more interest in those assets which are long-term stable assets. And ICEYE, obviously, among small companies as an asset group altogether is considered high volatility, but within that asset group, ICEYE was considered a more stable investment, and that's the story that we tried to strengthen during this particular Series C fundraising.
Exactly, especially that we are not really sure whether this pandemic is going to last, and as you say, the investment is a long-term game. Thank you very much for this short exchange, and it was really nice to speak to you, meet you, and personally congratulate you on this award, Ambassador of Polish Innovation, Rafał Modrzewski. Thank you again for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
And now we have the pleasure of announcing the second winner. The Ambassador of Polish Innovation Award goes to Rafał Brzoska, the founder and the CEO of InPost. Let's speak with Rafał. Hi Rafał, nice having you here with us. And of course, congratulations for the awards. The 80-20 rule, known as the Pareto principle, asserts that 80% of the results come from barely 20% of all causes. Following the press announcement, we could deduce that the biggest recent accomplishment of InPost is the acquisition of the Mondial Relay, a major logistics company from France, certainly the operation prepared throughout the past year. Does it match reality? Does it correspond to your vision of InPost success of 2020?
Yeah, so maybe to be very frank, we were planning a kind of acquisition. We haven't chosen the target at that point of time in 2020. So we made this proposal of acquisition in 2021, but definitely you are right. We were thinking like out of the box, how to fast track our implementation of the strategy, especially internationally, because we have created a great service, great product in Poland, but now knowing that the momentum is here, that the market is rapidly growing, and seems that our parcel lockers, that's the right response for the growing market, we thought that acquisition, not organic way, is definitely the best way to bring parcel lockers to as many countries as possible and be already a kind of sizable business. So this is a big step in our history, and probably also the biggest challenge for me personally.
And sometimes the biggest success is not achieved through a real struggle. Therefore, what is the real 20% of 2020?
Yeah, I think yes, because this was a very difficult decision for us to take this risk, to make an acquisition, to look around and look who is there on the market. And we have identified that there are companies that may really bring a lot of value and may help us to scale up the business. And yeah, you're right. I perceive that this acquisition, once completed, may change the view on the integer InPost group completely. So this could be this Pareto rule implemented in reality.
Thank you, Rafał, and again, congratulations on being the ambassador of Polish innovation of 2021. Thank you for promoting the innovative image of Poland and spreading the image of Poland across the world. The statue, the material statue, will be shipped and hopefully reaches you in one piece. But you know best how it goes. Thanks a lot and best of luck for the future.
No, come on, we need to believe that the quality improvement is not only one of the strongest KPIs of InPost, it's also, it should be at least a kind of great encouragement for other logistics operators to bring this statue in one piece to me.
And now we will meet the last winner. The third award of Polish Ambassador of Innovation goes to Agata Zborowska, the COO at Conception X. Congratulations. Congratulations for this award, Agata, and thank you very much for being here with us today. While announcing your nomination on social media, you said, "In my 17 years of immigration, 6 countries later, one career change, many jobs, projects, businesses later, thousands of people met, I hope to have contributed to the positive image of Poland." Was that actually one of your goals? Was it something that you were aiming for?
Thank you. Well, that's a very good question. I think in a way, me representing Poland was really a byproduct of who I am. Simply because throughout all those years, what I have been doing, I have been involved both professionally and personally with many organizations, many activities, many networks, many different groups of people. And I think that I somehow always connected my work to Poland. People have always asked me where I'm from. That's the first question you always get when you live abroad. And it hasn't changed much. So in 17 years, people still ask me where I'm from. And I'm always very proud to say I'm from Poland. I don't think my goal was to clearly, it was one of my biggest goals to represent Poland. I think it just came naturally. And I also, by moving to the UK that many years ago to start with, in a way I was part of a big community and a shift that happened back then in 2004. So I always felt that I am somehow representing my nation, even though I may not be so consciously thinking about it.
Immigration, 6 countries, a series of projects, not always successful. Although the perception of a successful career is changing, it is not exactly how Poles envision a successful career, especially when you left in 2004. What do you think? What's your approach? They might think it should be more linear.
Yes, so I think when you think about a career, you should stop there for a second and not think of it as a path, more as a landscape to navigate. So you are a free agent and you're the one looking at that landscape and deciding which direction you want to go into. My approach has always been, I wanted to learn more about myself and what I can do really well. And to do so, you have to experience different things, different projects, different people, different organizations, different networks. I think that my approach has always been really just being curious. And I think by nurturing that curiosity in myself and getting connected to all these different people, I really just ended up where I am today. But one other thing that I really wanted to mention as well is that always throughout my career, I have been involved in additional projects outside of my work. So I've always have been part of some sort of membership organizations, volunteering for different projects, different groups of people. So by having these extracurricular activities, I think I really nurtured that curiosity in myself about learning what it is that I am really good at.
Thank you very much for sharing that inspirational story, and sincere congratulations on being the ambassador of Polish Innovation of 2021. And
thank you very much.
And of course, best of luck for the future.
Thank you, and I'm very proud and appreciate this award, and more good work to come from my side.
Thank you. This gala is getting to the end. We know the 3 winners of Ambassadors of Polish Innovation Awards of 2021. We also know the winner of the Ambassador of Polish Innovation Rising Star, Zofia Kierner. We congratulate the 4 of them, but also big shout out to all of the nominees, because they all lead inspirational and very accomplished life, especially in the circumstances of 2020. Also, I would like to thank our partners and API, as well as the Polish Tech Dare teams that's worked on this project. A big thank you to the designer of the statue. See you next year, and thank you very much for watching.